Welcome to The Explainer,
Right into
today
a
fascinating survival, shifting borders, and riddle. Hungary is a country that has been invaded, erased from maps, and reborn, and through chaos. The Hungarian people's sheer resilience brings us to the central mystery: where do the Hungarian people actually come
that's
from?
literally puzzled historians over a century. Hungarians, the direct descendants of those legendary who rode into Central Europe, or is their genetics shaped by deep traditional history books barely even
Dive into this, because the core is absolutely striking. On relatives, peoples like who live over 1,500 kilometers away have their genetic and physical relatives, the Austrians, who live right next door. Hungarians are isolated from their immediate neighbors, yet physically and genetically.
To really put the scale of this into perspective, 10 million people living in modern Hungary today stop at the current borders. Thanks to massive historical shifts of Trianon, which separated two-thirds of the country's former territory, and the 1950 rule, there is a huge global diaspora. Hungarian communities in places like Romania, plus over 1.5 million people alone. And all of these people are tied together by alone at the European table, kind of like that one isolated cousin at a giant.
Section 1. A European linguistic mystery. So to solve this genetic puzzle, our first Hungarian language itself, known to its speakers as Magyar, belongs to the Uralic language family, which means it traces its roots back to somewhere near the Ural Mountains thousands of years ago, long before modern European. Practically speaking, this means Hungarian shares with its Indo-European neighbors. Imagine living your whole life entirely surrounded by Romanians, but your closest linguistic relatives are the Finns and Estonians away. It's wild. Which leads us directly to a really, if the language undeniably comes from the East, why entirely Central European? Think about it. If the famed steppe warriors who conquered the region back in 985, some visible echo of that Central Asian origin, right? Maybe the broader complexions associated with populations from the Eurasian steppe, but exact same fair to medium skin and varied eye right across Central Europe. Let's move to Section 2 and see how this built first, the Carpathian melting pot. To understand why modern Hungarians, we actually need to rewind history and examine the scene long before the Magyars ever arrived. The Carpathian Basin was essentially the hottest real estate in Central Europe, by mountains and incredibly fertile. Around 6,000 years ago, Anatolian came Yamnaya steppe migrants in the Bronze Age, followed by Roman legions. And when Rome fell, the basin basically became a revolving door. You had Huns, the Avar Khaganate, an East Eurasian steppe empire who ruled the area for over 250 years, finally dismantled them. So, by the time the year 895 AD rolled around, far from it. When the conquering Magyars rode in from the east, they were actually a confederation. We're talking maybe tens of thousands of people. And they were arriving into a land by a complex, layered Semitic mixture of Slavic communities, the descendants of Roman-era locals. Section 3. The ancient DNA reveal. Bones tell the truth. What's really interesting about this data is how it completely flips our understanding. Historians argued over whether the arriving Magyars replaced the locals or just modern archaeogenetics finally solved this 100-year-old debate by revealing a very clear dividing line. Graves. The graves of the Magyar elite conquerors showed a highly diverse mix of Asian and Finno-Ugric genetic markers. But when researchers tested the commoners, the ordinary same cemeteries, their genetic profile clustered almost entirely with local Europeans, Poles, Croatians, and Italians. Those commoners were the locals who had already been living there for generations. Here is the massive plot twist that stunned even the researchers. When you trace those ancient genetic lines to today, the ones who literally gave the country its name and its language, an estimated 3 to 5% of the ancestry of modern Hungarians. 95% comes directly from that Central European, and that ancient steppe DNA is still there, sure, and it's Germany or France, but it acts more like a whisper in the data rather than a defining. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how historical absorption in the Carpathian Basin was absolutely not a biological replacement. Instead, elite imposed their lasting culture and language onto a massive over just a few generations. Intermarriage heavily diluted that elite steppe ancestry, shifted right toward the Central European mean. But because the Magyars and political power, their unique language and culture spread like wildfire deeply across the entire kingdom. Section 4. The true legacy of the Magyars. So the crucial, credible scientific revelation intersects with 19th century nation-building myths. The genetic picture is a powerful reminder that identity is carried in culture, not just in the genome. The Hungarian identity didn't survive Ottoman occupation, shifting borders, just because of their DNA. It survived because of immense cultural today in Transylvania and in global diasporas because of a shared language, shared memory, and story.
When we step back and look at all the evidence neutrally and factually, we are left with the biologically, modern Hungarians are firmly Central European, sharing it with their Austrian, Slovak, and Croatian neighbors. But culturally and linguistically, they proudly legacy of Eastern steppe warriors, a Uralic origin that is completely unique. The absolute biggest takeaway here, both of these stories are entirely true, and both are completely
As we wrap
valid.
up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final, thought-provoking question. If our DNA tells but the language we speak and the culture we practice tells a completely different one, how does history ultimately shape the Hungarian story proves, without a doubt, that we are so much more than just our genes. We are the sum of and the cultures that endure across the centuries. Keep asking questions. Keep exploring these complex human stories. Deep dive has sparked your curiosity to learn even more.